Guys, so this is a review of Everyone is Lying to You by Jo Piazza, and this is the fifth book for my Treadwife reading project. So this is actually a murder mystery, so it's a bit of a departure from the previous ones. And this features two former college roommates. One is called Lizzie. She's a journalist, and Bex, who is a Treadwife influencer. So Lizzie lives a normal life, but her career has been in decline. So Bex says, come to this mom influencer gathering, like a conference, and I'll give you an interview there, and that will help you with your career. So Lizzie goes, but they don't actually meet. And in the morning, it turns out that Bex's husband is dead on their farm. And Bex is, of course, disappeared. So Lizzie is trying to figure out what happened, and she feels that Bex is sending her some sort of clues. And so that's one point of view. And the other point of view is Bex, as she's remembering how she got that farm, like how she got into this life. And it's very interesting because she didn't want to be a Treadwife influencer. She kind of fell into it. She's not even religious. But what happened was that she had a boyfriend at the time, and he was very rich. He helped her fund this bakery that she had, which was successful for a while, but then it declined. And then the guy proposed. He became her husband, and they were having problems having kids. And then the guy's grandfather, something died, and he inherited the farm that he grew up on. So they moved to the farm, and she gets kind of sucked into this life. And they do eventually have like 6 kids. So as the story progresses, we find out what happened to Bex, and we also follow Lizzie along as she not only discovers what happened, but she also finds out some things about influencers. And it's very interesting because there's like the show, so they actually have like show kitchens that they don't actually live in. That's why they always look so clean and proper. And also that there's like this company that gives, like, you can rent rooms in, and like these houses and stuff, like sets, and you can film your stuff there, and they kind of modify it for each influencer. So if you don't have a nice kitchen, then you can rent a kitchen, which I probably. So another interesting aspect was that it also talks about the kids. We didn't really see all that much about the kids in the previous books, but here it talks about how Lizzie is sure that she knows everything about Bex's kids because she saw them grow up. And Bex is thinking, oh, I protected my kids properly because I didn't show their faces after they were 2. So probably Bex wasn't protecting her kids as much as she wanted to, because Lizzie knows all. And she was just a follower, so they didn't actually talk. Also, another interesting aspect was that this also features how influencing can be a source of income for women who are in this Treadwife lifestyle. And it can also be sort of an escape, sort of pretend that their life is all okay when it's not. And though in the book, Bex's income is actually all taken away by her husband, which was also the case in yesteryear, so that's a parallel. But in the end, everything is, of course, turns out fine. And we also discovered that women who have been actually who become ex-Treadwife influencers, they still retain their followers. There's some people unfollow them, some people follow them when they give up the Treadwife lifestyle. And they are actually able to be financially independent after everything that happens in the book, thanks to that. And also another interesting character was Olive, who is a manager for these influencers. So Olive is actually very smart, and she knows the industry really well. So that's another aspect of the book, exploring influencers. And Olive is also our woman of color. And she's also gay. So a bit of tiny bit of color in the book, because otherwise everyone is white. But yeah, this was an interesting book. I had a lot of fun with it, and I do recommend it. So and I thought the murder mystery was interesting, and it had an interesting solution. I won't spoil anything, but the ending was kind of a surprise. So yeah. And there was also a doctor character that I haven't talked about, but that would be too much spoilers. And I won't do a spoiler review for this one because I don't really have much to talk about that part. But yeah, it was a good book. I highly recommend it. I gave it 4 stars. But 5 stars is perfection in my book. So 4 stars is great. Thanks for watching. Bye.